Hey Cancer, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Cancer. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. We have commitment. That's a big one, number 13. So this card talks about unwavering belief. And when we think about any type of relationship, whether this is a romantic relationship or otherwise, this person showed you and taught you commitment in some way. Let's grab your second oracle card and open that energy up. While I shuffle, I'll go ahead and say that because this is a general reading and everyone is at a different phase of relationship, we're really focusing on the positive aspects of this connection. So what positive lessons can you take away from meeting this person, from coming into connection and union with this person at one time or another? You may still be, this might be a connection that you're not interested in pursuing any longer, but you're just wondering why this person was ever in your life to begin with. So we're going to be looking at the positive aspects, the lessons that were there for you to learn when it comes to this connection. So we have victim. Okay. Okay. This person entered your life to really serve as some sort of catalyst for change. And I think that's like it can be a lot of different types of change depending on your situation. For many of you, I think this change has to do with changes to a karmic cycle that you may have been experiencing. And I think that this person's role in your life is or was to break that karmic cycle. For a lot of you, when it comes to romantic connections, even when it comes to friendships or maybe even your relationships with family members, you may have faced, I think for most of you, this is probably true, that you faced some challenges, potentially and particularly the way this is showing up. This could be issues surrounding abandonment, surrounding disloyalty, or some form of disappointment when it comes to your connections with others, because this cycle may have repeated itself so many times in your relationships. I feel like it could be easy to slip into a place of doubt, or even into kind of like victim mode or a victim mentality, kind of feeling like things just don't work out for you, things never work out for you. Some of you could have had relationships that ended very abruptly, or been in relationships where your partner wasn't showing up on the same level of commitment and dedication that you were. And for some of you, these wounds really extend all the way back to childhood, I'm hearing. So you might have had a parent that was absent, or a parent who was checked out, who wasn't there for you emotionally, or who you didn't feel was committed to the family, or committed to maybe the relationship with your mother or with your father, however that lines up, or you didn't feel like that parent was maybe committed to their relationship with you. So for some of you, these wounds go back to childhood, and this person has showed up in your life to challenge these ideas, or in some of your cases to kind of trigger those wounds, to help you to heal. So we're looking at the positive aspects here. We're looking at what is to come of this situation. So this is really all about healing this and breaking the karmic cycle. You could have been somebody also who like watched your family fall apart, or there could have been a divorce or a separation that really affected you as a child or even as an adult. That's coming through for some of you. But I feel like for a lot of you, this person came into your life to show you a different level of commitment, and also to teach you how to be fully committed to yourself and fully committed to your own happiness. I'm getting a vibe from this person of like, I will never give up. I'm never going to give up on this. So I think that they're really here to help you heal these wounds. In some cases, maybe even help you stand up for yourself. For some of you, you may have had a story to tell in some way, or You might have wanted to help and inspire others who have been through similar challenges as you. And this person is going to, or has helped you, help to kind of encourage you to speak out or to deliver your message to the world, whatever that means to you, to maybe speak to others who feel victimized in the same way. And this doesn't have to be like, you don't have to categorize yourself as a victim in any way, but just whatever experiences you've been through, especially if they are recurring experiences, this is about healing those wounds so that you are able to help and inspire other people through the lessons that you have learned. I feel like this person wants to show you a level of commitment that's much more stable than what you've experienced in the past. And I feel like they are very accepting of every part of you. The beautiful parts of you, the more difficult parts of you, the parts of you that are in pain and that need to be healed, all of that. They're more accepting of that. This is someone who's come into your life for a reason, for sure. And for a lot of you, someone who will remain in your life for a long time, or someone whose impact in your life will have lasting effects. I'm still getting that sense of I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I just keep hearing that. So this is someone who has committed on a deeper level than what you have known or what you expected. I feel like for many of you, this person is more committed than you might realize right now. Some of you may have wondered if you would be abandoned by this person, or I feel like some of you might be in separation from this person and you're wondering if that separation will continue. Will you ultimately be abandoned by this person? And I keep getting this feeling of like this person is very, very committed. You might worry that this cycle will repeat itself. I'm trying to sift through this energy because for a lot of you, this feels like these are the wounds that need to be healed. So these might not even be your current thoughts regarding this connection, but these could be recurring thoughts that have like kind of plagued you or taken over a lot of the times. It's part of that karmic cycle. This person's role is really to change you on a deep cellular level. This person is in your life to assist you in rewriting your story and to change your expectation of what love will look like and what love will feel like. So if this is a connection that has ended, or if this was a person who did not come through with the level of commitment that you were hoping to see, and especially if you've had commitment issues in the past, not necessarily your own issues, but issues with other people not displaying the commitment, this person, even if they've been a negative influence in your life, they were somebody who kind of touched that wound. They kind of poked at that wound of maybe abandonment, poked at that wound of not being committed, or they made you feel like a victim to the same situation that you had been through several times. And this person's purpose in your life was to almost run that karmic cycle one last time, to teach you how to recognize the signs, to teach you that this is not an experience that you want to have. So one way or another, whether this person displayed a great level of commitment or not, and for a lot of you, this is someone that has entered your life to display that great level of commitment. You've already seen this out of them. But whether they did that or not, they're in your life to teach you this lesson of what your expectations are in terms of commitment. They are here to close out the cycle. And we're dealing with card number 13 here, which would correspond to the Death card in the tarot, in the major arcana. And the Death card is all about rebirth. So this is about you being reborn into a new version of yourself, someone who is not destined to experience this same cycle over and over again, someone who will not find themselves in this place of being the victim of someone who is not offering the level of commitment that you deserve. So this is the major lesson that I'm seeing here. This person is here to teach you what type of commitment you desire, what type of commitment you deserve, and to close out a karmic cycle for you. toxic relationships. This person's the end of toxic relationships, whether they are the beginning of beautiful, joyous, harmonious relationships, or whether they are the very last toxic relationship that you will ever get into, because your idea of commitment has changed with this person. The Knight of Swords, what's interesting about this is the Knight of Swords can talk about a change in lifestyle. So this person may have changed your lifestyle in some way, but I think when we're talking about that, I'm being brought back to this idea of closing out karmic cycles. So this person is helping you jump from one timeline to the next. They're helping you to change the course of your journey. They're helping you to rewrite your story, as we were saying. So this can be a great love for a lot of you. Now, we had sort of a splash of cards, and I'm not actually going to take these, but I do want to look at them. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Emperor. A lot of these cards have been showing up in several of the other readings. We have the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands. This is about healing past heartbreak here. I'm seeing that here, but and kind of taking charge. Even with that Knight of Swords energy, it's like, you see, he's determined. He's like headed for a new path and a new mode of transportation. In this deck, the Knight of Swords, he's actually running toward a motorcycle. So he's kind of like done with this way of traveling. He's done with like whatever this road, this path that he's been on. He's over it. He's on to something new. So I feel like this person triggered some sort of change in you. Often, I think for a lot of you, it would be a transformation, especially tapping into that energy of the Death card with the number 13. This person triggered a transformation in you. It's almost like you'll never be the same after this, because of the lessons that this person is teaching you or taught you about commitment. So we have the Chariot in reverse. This is about stagnancy. This is about movement. So this person is in your life to move forward some area of your life. For a lot of you, I think this has to do with healing old wounds. Ten of Swords, definitely. This is about old wounds. The Seven of Pentacles. A lot of you are going to lay down roots with this person, and this person came into your life so that you could plant those seeds, so that you could be more future focused. And I feel like because that commitment might have been lacking in the past, that was a really difficult thing to do. It's hard to lay down those roots when there's no commitment, when there's abandonment. So what did we say? We have the Death card. So major transformation. This person is transforming or has transformed something in your life. Whether they are still in your life or not, they triggered this transformation. They absolutely did. They either did it with their ability to commit or their inability to commit. But either way, the growth that you've experienced from this connection is unlike anything. I feel like this really propelled you forward. I think that there was kind of a stagnancy here. There was this feeling of repeat. The Chariot in reverse is really giving me the feeling of repeating a cycle, going down the same road so many times, going down the same road several times. So you might be actually moving, but you're not going anywhere because you're just traveling the same path. This Knight of Swords is onto something new. This Knight of Swords is moving toward a better mode of transportation, better commitment, better, just better vibes all around. You have these two additional cards. Oh my God. The Knight of Cups and the Five of Swords. Okay, you have these two additional cards, which I'm going to take because they came out for you. But we have the Knight of Cups here. This is an offer of love. This is that committed energy. I feel like this connection could confuse you, could have caused some sort of confusion. It could be either like you didn't recognize what this person was trying to do. This could be unfamiliar energy to you, especially if you haven't experienced a lot of commitment or willingness. This could also be somebody who showed up in your life seeming like they were very committed. And maybe you didn't find that to be true. And it kind of triggered you to get to this place of wanting to get out of a cycle. Sorry, there's a lot of honking going on outside. That's confirmation. This kind of triggered that transformation in you, triggered you to want to move forward, to finally get on a path that was going to move you forward. Page of Pentacles, so something new. Pages are about starting something new, and this is about starting something new that's stable. Of course, Pentacles do talk about finances, and we have the Seven of Pentacles here, so there could be something about your financial growth here, something about you remaining committed to your own vision and your own dreams through connection with this person. Could have sparked something in you, but it doesn't have to be about your finances. This can be about your stability in the material world. This could be about something you waited to come into fruition, something you waited in order to have it develop in front of your eyes. And it feels like this connection is that development. It's either someone showing up with exactly what you've looked for in a person, or it's someone helping you to close the cycle out once and for all, to leave this confusion behind once and for all, and to move forward. Let's get you some oracle cards. Why did this person come into your life? I'm hearing every end is a beginning. Every end is a beginning. Some of you might have met this person right when you were ending another relationship. And if this connection has in fact ended, your guides are letting you know that it's just the start of something else. It's about this death and rebirth is what that energy is. We have share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. So yeah, this is about you, especially with this Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords isn't afraid to speak up, isn't afraid to go after what he wants, and to go after it with speed. And I feel like this repeated cycle for you, or this kind of being in this place of victim. Now, I'm not saying that you viewed yourself as a victim, because you might not have ever really fallen into this victim mentality. But I feel like for a lot of you, because you were experiencing a lack of commitment or abandonment on some level, you really were kind of in this place where it's like you're at the mercy of someone else. And with this Ten of Swords, it's like it could feel like giving somebody the power to hurt you over and over again. And I feel like this person has helped you to find your voice about what you expect, what level of commitment you expect, and how you want to move forward. We have don't dim to fit in. Yeah. This is about you shining your light. And that's a part of it, with sharing your voice, shining your light. So I feel like this connection may have inspired you in some way, inspired you to change, inspired you to go after what you want, to be reborn in that way, to commit to yourself, to commit to your own journey, your own progression, and to express. I feel like maybe even in past connections, it might not have felt like you could speak up for what you want, or like you could tell whoever, you know, whether this was a friend or a romantic partner, like you could tell them how you were feeling, or what you expected, or how you didn't think they were committed, or something like that. Even if this goes back to childhood things, this might be about speaking up, letting a parent know how they hurt you. This connection could have triggered some type of renewal or healing between you and a parental figure. We have Seeing Beyond. This card came out in the last pile. So this card is about intuition. This is about seeing more than what meets the eye. And that just tells me that this connection, there's more than what meets the eye with this connection. And I can see that because it's triggered such a huge transformation. So it might have seemed like, it might seem like on the surface, this is a romantic connection. This could even be a past connection. But there's really more more to it than meets the eye. There's a deeper transformation happening in you as a result of this connection than you might have realized, or more than what other people can see, because a lot of this happens beneath the surface. A lot of this change, the change of the Death card, it happens beneath the surface. We have let it go. So yes, this connection is helping you to purge. It's helping you to break old cycles, to heal and to release the stories of the past. And I think for a lot of you, that's happening through a level of commitment from this person, a level of drive and determination from this person that you didn't really know existed, or you'd never experienced this before in romantic connection or in a friendship. Queen of Wands energy. We're talking about all this sharing your voice and expression, and we have the Queen of Wands here. That's the ultimate embodiment of that energy. So yeah, I think that this connection has helped you to grow and transform on a deep level, and it has helped you to reaffirm, reestablish your commitment to yourself, to your own dreams and your desires, and the person that you want to become. It's like shedding an old skin. That's what this death and rebirth is like. It's like shedding an old skin, and you're now able to go forward as this new version of yourself. No more like repeating the same stories to yourself or living out the same stories. That's kind of the energy of turning the Chariot card in the upright and moving forward along this new path from this point forward. So this connection was in your life for a reason, and that reason mainly was to close out karmic cycles and to show you a new way, to show you that commitment exists, that devotion and dedication exists. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did like this video, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.